Okay, so this is the second video for Master of Puppets. So this is just concentrating on the two verse riffs, verse 2 and verse number 3. Now when I play these, I'm going to play them exactly as they are in the recording, but progressively faster, starting at 150 beats per minute, and then adding another 10 beats and so forth, up until I get to 210, which is what I think they're playing, the speed they're playing at. Now, firstly, I'm just going to go through what I discussed in the first video, that 5/8 bar, you know, because like from what I can tell, how I've been playing the guitar riff all these years is the guitar riff is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or. But what I could tell from the isolated tracks of Cliff, he's adding a second open note in that bar where he goes 1, 2, 3, 5. Well, it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Yeah, that's probably the best way to count it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, like that. And as long as you hit, like when Lars Ulrich is hitting the 3 to 5 or G to A, as long as you get the 3 or G on the crash cymbal with the snare, as long as you're in time, it'll sound good with the guitar. Now I'm just going to go through that again for both of those, like riff number 2. I'll start with that and then do it again for riff number 3, and just do them over and over at 150 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did that 8 times. Now I'll do it for the rest. I might also make it a little bit louder. So I'll do it again, but this time for that 5/8 bar in riff number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. All right, so I'll just let this run and you can see how I'm progressively getting faster. Now I will just caution you, this is probably, because I've played this so many times already, it won't be as difficult for me to do. This is mostly just so you can see it as an example, but if you're practicing along with this video or with the track that I'll send you, what you'll have to do is like rewind it and play that section over and over again. You don't want to, you want to do it slowly. You don't want to do it like I'm doing here, which I'm doing mainly just as an example, because you can hurt your hand by doing that. If you can't play at a certain speed yet, it's best to work up to it and do it slowly. So that's my biggest caution. Don't try to do what I'm doing here. This is for an example. The purpose of it is, yes, as an example, but also you can go back, you can rewind the video and play along with it over and over, and then when you're ready, you can go up to the next speed, because the speeds I have here are 150 beats per minute, and then I go up to 160, then I go up to 170, 180, 190, 200, and then finally 210. And it is quite a workout. Like, even for me, it's quite a workout at the moment. So when you're practicing along with this, don't do what I'm doing, because you more than likely will hurt your hand, and you don't want that, because you could get into a situation where you will not be able to play for a while. So yeah, so that, again, that caution, do not do what I'm doing, you know, until you've got the technique, which will be when you're much older. So you want to take it slowly. Take a break between each one if you need to. You know, warm up your hands. This is a warm up I do. And then finally that one. You can do it for both hands as well. So I'll do that for this one now. And that one. And then this one. But a lot of it, because you're picking fast with these fingers, you want this hand to be really limber. All right, so we're gonna start with the verse riffs at 150 beats per minute. Now, in the previous video, I did talk about how to play through them, especially the second verse riff, or riff number 3. Just how to get those notes in the second bar together, and using this finger, like bending it flat and then making it pointy again, or on the tips of your fingers. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to play through the track, the drum track, starting at 150 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so anyway, the thing you're looking for when you do this, and like I said, take it slowly, take a break. You don't expect to have this, you know, it's like, it won't happen overnight, but it will happen. That was if you don't know, the Garnier Fructus ad from the 2000s, I think. And maybe they still have that ad, I don't know. But it's the same with this. You want to build it up slowly, and what you want is it to be accurate. You want to have that accuracy. You don't want it to be sloppy. You want it to be even and tight with the drums and the guitars. Yeah, and just trying to think even if you listen to the isolated track with Cliff Burton, you can hear how accurate he is, even at that speed and playing with his fingers. And you know, and you can tell this with a lot of even different styles of music, the accuracy even at fast speeds. Their technique is so good that they can play at those fast speeds and sound perfectly accurate. You know, the best example is someone like Jaco Pastorius, who, funnily enough, he's a great example. Like, he could play at really fast speeds, and his endurance was amazing. Like, I think even though nowadays where you have bass players who probably have better technique than Jaco, he still had the endurance for it, and it was amazing. Even after all the years since Jaco passed away, I remember reading an interview with, or it might have even been a MP3 interview or video where Joe Zonal, the keyboard player from Weather Report, said Jaco had the greatest endurance of any bass player he played with before or after. And it's also cool that I mentioned that because Rob Trujillo, the bass player from Metallica now, he made a documentary about Jaco Pastorius, and he actually, I think he has Jaco's Bass of Doom on permanent loan, but that's another story. So anyway, I will make one more video at a later date of the remaining riffs of Master of Puppets, and I'll see you at your lesson.